Oh, shoot. We're live.
We're live! Hell yeah!
Do you want to do a countdown?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're already here. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Well, hang on. I'm gonna leave for a quick second.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Oh my gosh!
My costume going because
oh shoot! Okay, hold on. Let me.
Yeah. Come on. This is our countdown today. Getting ready for the Halloween season as we talk about energy vampires today, and I literally got some vampire teethies, which I might put on later. Can't wait to see what Juhong pulls out here. I know it's gonna be good, whatever it is. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Go ahead and say hi in the chat. We're happy you guys are here. Hello. Is anyone dressing up for Halloween? What are you guys doing? Are you guys gonna do an actual costume? Hey.
Anyways, this is my Maui bound. All right. My Maui bounding, and I have my boat snacks with me.
Hell yeah.
Because I gotta have my.
I got my vamp teeth.
Oh, nice.
For our energy vampires. Ooh, we got a mummy. I was asking everyone what they're gonna be for Halloween. A mummy, period.
Nice. I think.
Is this gonna be a mummy made out of toilet paper or a mummy?
What else would you make a mummy out of?
I don't know. I'm sure you could buy like a costume on Amazon or something, right?
Yeah, you buy it on Amazon and it's just a bag of toilet paper.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
The only kind is the toilet paper kind. That's so funny. They just send you. They're like, here's a Costco pack of toilet paper. Have fun.
Yes. Yeah. The marathon one though. You need the marathon one because I think that has the most sheets on it, and it's still 2-ply, so it's really nice.
Wow.
I highly recommend if you don't already use it. I highly recommend.
Okay. Do we need a future sponsor? Shit.
Yes. Well, okay, but like Toga Eater, so like, okay, because obviously you're using toilet paper.
Hello.
But are you gonna like do like safety pins to like hold it in place? Hello, Indigomo 637. Welcome.
We're talking about our Halloween costumes.
Yes.
If you guys are dressing up or what. We're talking about a mummy costume, and if we're using tape, safety pins, and this is a mummy where we're actually using toilet paper, just to clarify.
How are you going to secure your mummy?
How are you?
Oh, carved pumpkins!
Oh, cute! I love that.
Thanks. Send me that invite.
Yeah.
I want to carve pumpkins too.
Right.
If I have time. I'm gonna be munching on some boat snacks.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Cool. Well, let's jump into it today. We're jumping in. We're gonna be talking about energy vampires at work, and I feel like just energy vampires in general. I mean, I don't feel like they just hang out at the workplace, but
they do gather at the workplace. They do gather.
Yeah, they do come ready to munch.
Yes. Munch, but not on boat snacks.
Not on boat snacks.
Also Indigomo is my sister.
Oh, awesome. Hi, yes. Nice to meet ya.
And I think she's asking, are you asking who am I, or are you asking who's Kayla? Kayla, I think, is like a Jedi.
Oh, yeah, I'm Baby Yoda.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
I don't know if you can see.
A baby Jedi. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm Maui.
Yeah.
Because, hair and Hawaiian shirt.
Hawaiian shirt.
I don't have a hook.
You're like a corporate Maui. That's what it's giving with your glasses and stuff.
Corporate Maui. Yes, thank you. Thank you for saving me.
If Maui sold his life away and joined corporate America.
Oh no.
And now he's encountering energy vampires. Dead. That's so
Yes. Maybe I could shapeshift into I can definitely be an energy vampire if I wanted to. It would be so easy to go to the dark side and become one.
I mean, sometimes it can be fun until it's not.
Have fun playing Magic. I love Magic.
Hi.
Actually,
Thanks for coming in.
got
Thanks for
me-
saying hi. We appreciate it.
she got me into Magic: The Gathering. I don't know if you've ever played,
Cool.
but
No, I've
I
never
think there are
played.
energy vampires in that game too.
You're airing them out.
Yeah.
I'm dead. Well, how are those snacks?
What?
How are those snacks?
Can you hear them? Hopefully you can't hear them.
No. Sorry, I feel like that took me so long to respond.
No, you're good. I'm like, Toga Eater, can you hear me snacking over here?
Yeah.
But they're delicious.
To be honest,
I don't know
I
if you've
hate
ever had
those.
these.
I have, and I hate them.
I
They're
love them.
They're so dry.
Are they? I don't.
Sorry. As you're like eating them, I'm like, eh.
I don't feel like they're dry.
Am I? Well, that's fine.
I think
As long
Toga
as you
Eater
like them, that's all
probably-
that matters.
Does Toga Eater like these?
I don't know.
Velvetas?
Belvitas. No.
I mean, they're good. They're not like. They're here. That's what I would say. They're
that's
here.
fair. That's fair. They just like would not be my first choice. I would eat them if I like didn't have anything else, but like I'm not gonna like go out of my way for them, you know?
Is that a cat?
Is
This
what
is
a
me
cat.
zooming in on it.
Oh,
Oh, it's a fish.
fishy fish. Hey, guess what I have today? I'm stocked up.
Hey! Mine's a little low, but it kind of. I mean, it's hard because I can't. As you can see, I have to like really. It's like a mission for me to like look at what's going on down in the stream there.
Mm.
So really, Toga Eater would have to like spam the chat so that eventually I can see it, like at eye level.
I see, because it's so low. I got you.
Yes.
Well, Juhong, have you encountered any energy vampires in your workplace before? Have you been an energy vampire?
You know, I think I have definitely encountered energy vampires, but I've gotten really good at protecting my energy from them.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. And have I ever been an energy vampire? No. I don't think so. Would I know if I've been? What if I have been and I didn't even know it?
Guess what? I'm
That's what
here
people
to have an
do.
intervention today. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
no! Actually, we chose this
On the
topic
live
because we were
stream, energy
actually-
vampire intervention.
Oh,
No, just kidding. Just kidding. No, you're so great.
You know what?
Um,
I'm an energy vampire because I like to like take the negative energy out of something.
Oh, love that for you.
See,
Well,
there
I
you
hope
go.
you take it out and throw it away.
No, I take it, I internalize it, and just like kills
And then
me
you
inside.
spit it back, right?
No, I still hold it in. It just slowly
You
kills
just hold
me
it
inside.
in. You're just
Yeah.
slowly decaying inside.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Toby
shoot,
Eater
we have-
said, I'm not sure. Wait, what did you say? Sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh. I said that he said, I'm not sure the exact definition of energy vamp, but I feel like I'm guilty. So, Jung, do you want to take this? Or I feel like an energy vampire is someone who drains emotional, mental, and or spiritual energy. And that can be in like a bunch of different ways. That can be done through either, I see both sides as like being disempowering, but like I feel like from an overpowering and from a giving a power away type energy, like vampires. So yeah, that's kind of my definition of an energy vampire. I feel like you're around an energy vampire because you feel like shit normally by the end of being with them. unless you're able to protect yourself.
Yes.
You normally don't feel great. You feel terrible. You're like, I don't really like spending time with them. And I feel like it's even worse being around an energy vampire at work because you feel like you're forced to spend time with them because this is your job. And so I think it can feel extra hard at times to like protect your energy or set boundaries when maybe this energy vampire is your boss or this is someone that you're working on a big project with or whatever it may be. It can be really hard, I feel like, to set those boundaries. So, Joan, do you have anything you want to add to like that definition?
Actually, it's funny because Tucker's like, what do I wear for protection? And I'm like, so I mean, we'll talk, I think, later about like strategies and things to like get through it. But I don't know, what do you wear for protection? Garlic, because not a lot of people like the smell of garlic. I think that would help. You just wear really good vibes.
You just wear no, because that can make you you absolutely should
makes
wear
you a target
vibes, but that can make you a target.
But what if you like through the power of love, like you just overwhelm them with such positive energy that then they turn into like the best version of themselves? Is that possible?
I think it is possible, but I do think that communication is required.
True, I agree. I
think avoiding the fact that they're draining you is harmful to you and harmful to the relationship. So, and most of the times I think, not always, but I think oftentimes energy vampires don't really realize that they're draining. They're either just like venting or they are trying to create some sort of control, whatever it may be. So sometimes they're just not aware. And how like great would it be? I mean, if I was an energy vampire, I would want to know about it.
Kayla, I need to tell you something.
Yeah, spill. Let me hear. Hang on.
I feel like no. Oh no. You're gonna drain the energy. No, I'm just kidding. Going back to the original question, as I have my if they gave these out for Halloween, would kids be upset?
I would. The hell?
I'd be like, damn, hell yeah, I got like 4 crackers. I mean, it's like food. It's
I'm like where's food. The M&Ms, bro? Where's the Reese's? Give me them. Well, Twizzlers.
But everybody's giving those out. Who's giving out Belvita?
I would be like, skip that house.
Biscuits. Damn.
Sorry, cutthroat. I love my chocolate.
Holy moly. It's a tough time to be a... I was gonna say.
Yeah, on this live.
I was gonna say, it's a tough time to be a cracker biscuit. Anyways, the definition of an energy vampire. Yeah, I think someone who's just very draining to be around. Like when they walk in, you just feel like the energy just like whoof. And yeah, I would, and then everything you said, I think, it's pretty much all the same. Like, that's how I would say it. Although it's interesting, like, and I think it would be interesting to talk more about like the people who don't know that they are, and the difference between like people who are just venting, or, like how that can be draining sometimes, or people who are like just always sad all the time.
Yeah.
Like that's just their thing. But like, how would we navigate that? As people like who want our friends to be around us, but then like also how do we set boundaries? And that's what I was gonna say for what do I wear for protection? Like boundaries. You wear boundaries. That's what you wear.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I would say actually.
Yeah. I think it's like really important too, and I kind of like came up with this earlier of like realizing when it is that you need to like set a boundary or like save this relationship, or when you need to stake that energy vampire and cut them off. Say,
damn,
this is it.
Or like stake them, like
stake the
like death. That's death.
But sometimes that's necessary to truly protect yourself. And it can be cold, it can feel cold and hard, but sometimes that's required. And that's not to mean that like they're gonna be staked forever. Right? Isn't it like some vampires you just like pull out the stake and they like come back to life, right? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it depends on what kind of
actually,
vampire.
because then we're like reawakening the vampire. So maybe that's like a bad analogy, but
and yes, it is Halloween spooky costume time, Monster Andy.
It definitely is.
I am, I guess, corporate Maui. I'm corporate Maui now. I like that. This is great. This is what I'm gonna wear on Friday. I'm gonna be corporate Maui.
Corporate Maui. You should get a name tag that says like, "Hello, my name is Maui." Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I should do that.
So good.
But yeah, and then Monster Andy, if you're going to be dressing up for Halloween, you know, what are you gonna be dressing up as?
Your costume.
What do you even do for Halloween? I don't even know. But yeah, let us know in the chat.
Let us know.
Energy vampires.
Yeah, Toga Eater. So you were asking about the definition. What did you get? Did that make sense to you? People that suck.
That just suck. They just suck. But I mean, it sucks because then I think like it's hard, right? Because then you do have people that are in your life that are just sometimes we kind of talked about this with the emotional intelligence conversation, that some people are just hard to be around, and like how do you protect your energy against those people? And then when they're ready to like show up in a different way, or not always in the same way, you know, then they can like kind of come back into your life. But that would how do we do that? Also, I have another snack.
Ooh, that looks way better. I'd eat that snack.
Would you?
I don't know what kind of snack it is, but it has chocolate and I'm a fan. So
it's a pie.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. It's just wonderful. It's from this company called Lotte. And they make like the if you've ever had the oh my gosh, what is it called? Like the marshmallow like pie things. Like there's like two crackers and there's like a marshmallow in the center. And then it's like covered in chocolate. Choco pies.
Yeah.
Well, they have like this is premium on it. I don't know if you can see it, but it says premium.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I got this for Halloween, I would be like, oh yeah,
I'd go to that.
I would definitely go to this house.
Yeah, for sure.
Although they can be really messy, so just careful.
Get a napkin. Man. I'm also okay, it's like just a random thought, but what's everyone's favorite Halloween candy or treat? Like what's the house gave it out, you're going back to that house? You know? What's your go-to?
King size Snickers.
Ooh, Snickers, that's a good one. Love good Snickers. Really good.
I love Snickers. Oh my god.
Yeah. So good. I love a good like the pumpkin Halloween Reese's or like the ghost or whatever. Oh, take me out. I actually just had the other day the Ghirardelli caramel apple chocolates. Have you had those before?
I think I might have when I was working in California Adventure, because they were in our complex.
Oh yeah.
I definitely had a lot of chocolate.
Oh yeah,
lot. And ice cream, lots of ice cream.
Totally.
But I think I've had it there. Do you like it though?
Oh yeah. And I'm not normally like a caramel person, but that stuff was fire. I also love those like just the caramel apple lollipops. Those are fire.
You like those?
Oh yeah. You don't like them? Fair enough.
Just caramel for me. Like it just when it gets all sticky. Although I feel like I think the caramel, those I think are better. I'm okay with those, but like caramel apples, so you have to bite into the caramel, and when the caramel isn't like nice and soft and chewy, it's like just like hard, like feels like plastic. It's like, oh god.
Oh yeah.
But at least the lollipops, yeah, because then you can just lick it and just like keep it in your mouth.
Yeah, you're just like stuck on it.
Yeah, stuck on that, not energy.
Yes.
Yes.
Boom.
Save other people's energy.
Yeah, those are my top.
So I looked up like a definition, but
Uh-huh.
there's no Oxford Dictionary definition.
Sure. Of
unlike
energy
electricity.
vampires, I'm sure.
Yes, there's no
That's funny.
So it says an energy vampire is a colloquial term for a person who leaves others feeling emotionally drained and depleted after interacting with them. This term is not a clinical diagnosis, but describes individuals who, through constant negativity, neediness, or drama, feed on the emotional energy of others, leaving them feeling exhausted, anxious, or overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
I think I've definitely made people feel overwhelmed. I guess that would make me an energy vampire. So I guess it's not like, well, I don't know. What do you think? Like, how do you make someone feel overwhelmed by draining their energy?
I think the difference is like, because I've also had moments where I've made people feel overwhelmed, or maybe I've been clingy or whatever. But I think the difference is like your ability to self-reflect and read the room and be like, are you able to check in with the person that you're having a conversation with? Are you able to go, hey, how are you feeling about, like, I've noticed I've been talking for the last 15 minutes. Like, does this feel okay? Like, are you doing okay? Or like, am I taking up too much space? Or I think just being able to check in with the person that you're communicating with, especially about heavy topics, or even if it's just heavy for you emotionally, it might not necessarily be heavy for the other person, but just being able to check in and then being able to like say, yeah, I need a break, or no, and like not holding them hostage or against their will to be there and be a part of that conversation. I think that is different than, and like, I don't think that like venting, like, that's why it's so important to like, I feel like when you make a phone call, you're like, hey, I really need to vent. Are you able to hold that space for me right now? Because that's what I need. Yes, no? Okay, I can go? All right, here we go. Do the thing, right? Being able to communicate like, hey, I'm really overwhelmed, or hey, I feel this, or hey, I feel that, instead of just constantly being a call dump by, not checking in, not caring how the other person is, like, oh, well, that's the time. Bye.
Yeah.
I think not having that awareness of like how what you're saying or what is going on in the interaction, and just taking, I think, I don't know, it's situational, but I feel like if you're regularly just dumping on people and not checking in, giving energy vampire.
like a sign that's like no dumping sign. Like,
right.
Please.
Right.
I love what you said about that
right now
thing.
Yeah.
Like an open or closed sign. Like, I'm open for you to be able to vent to me, but not right now.
Right.
I like what you said, because it's kind of like, yeah, like there's nothing wrong with you wanting to like express some emotions or to like get something off your chest or whatever. It's just that when there's no consideration for the other person, where it's like a drive-by dumping.
Yeah. It's like, let me throw out all my garbage. Wow, I feel great. See ya.
Yeah, yes. Oh my gosh, I feel so much better. Thank you so much. Okay, bye. Like, whatever.
And the other person is just like, like, what? Like,
what's going on? Why do I feel so shitty now?
Right.
I don't understand.
You're like, oh no, here they come again. No,
And if you have been a victim of a drive-by dumping, put a 1 in the chat. You put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been. I want to put a 1. I want to put like a lot of ones. I put like a lot of ones. I'll put a lot of ones.
Dude, hella ones. I feel like, especially as someone who, like, I was previously like a huge people pleaser, and I loved being like just like a martyr, in the sense of like giving people my all. And if it was an energy vampire, it would take me out, and then not having the confidence to like be able to know how to articulate like, hey, I care about you, but this is how I can show up for you. you know, and knowing that that doesn't mean that I don't dislike you or I think less of you or I don't want to be there for you. It's just, this is what I can give you, right? I very much was like the all or nothing type of person. I'm either giving you 100% or 0%, and that also like is not healthy in relationships either. So being able to like communicate openly about like how you can like show up for somebody, I think is just such like creates such a shift in the relationship. And it might take an energy vampire some time to be like, oh, what the hell? Or they might feel like, I don't know, they're probably going to feel some type of way about it, right? Or offended or whatever. And it might take them some time to like do that self-reflection. But man, you're going to feel so much better. And you're actually going to be able to show up in the best ways when you've taken that time to say, hey, this is how I can show up for you. And this is how I need you to show up for me. I'd love to hear you vent, but not during my 1 30-minute lunch break, you know? Or we can spend 10 minutes out of the 30 minutes, right? Talking about this, and then we're cutting it off.
Or like even my one day off. Like,
yeah,
okay,
or like
I'm gonna spend the whole day doing this. Please.
Or like, you know how people like have jars, they're like put a $1 in the jar if you're talking about work while we're hanging out or whatever, right? Because it can just totally like sideline conversations, experiences. It just takes you out of the present moment at times. I feel like that's what the energy sucking of like energy vampires, they're like pulling and yanking and all of these things, and it's just like, this is ruining this nice time that I planned for myself because I'm also in this shitty work environment, you know. So yeah. You have any thoughts?
I have one question for Monster Andy. Energy vampire vibing, what does that mean? What do you mean by that? Are you an energy vampire and you're vibing?
That's actually,
or what?
Yeah,
what does this
mean? We got a vamp out here.
I'm not so hip. I feel like
you know one.
Oh, but you know one. Or you knew one. Oh, I think
it sounds like we had one that was staked. That sounds like a staked vampire.
I was gonna say, I think I think I know exactly who he's talking about. Any vamps in the chat? Oh god.
Expose yourself.
I think we probably all I think we've all probably been vamps at one point, right? Like that's what we talked about, whether intentional or not. Also, I mean, it's hard too, right? Because sometimes like people don't know how to set boundaries for themselves either. So sometimes you might like, hey, can I vent to you, or can I talk to you about this? And they're like, yeah, sure, I'm totally good, yeah, it's fine. And then later they're just like, oh my gosh, like I can't, like every time. But then they don't tell you to your face that. And that also is just like horrible and it's unfair, I feel like. But you know, because obviously then, you know, sometimes maybe that person can talk to like then your whole group of friends and be like, oh my gosh, Juhong, like, oh, he talked to me again about this thing that he's going through, and like, man, that's like all he talks about like all the time. But then to your face they're like, oh no, please, yeah, share, whatever, it's fully fine. Oh, terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I've actually like had a friend who did that, where like anytime that they came to see like any of us in our friend group, like they would always talk about this one situation like over and over. And like I used to joke around, I was like, we've literally had this conversation for 2 years straight. I love you. We're not talking about it anymore. Like, sorry. Like you don't actually want to do anything about it. You just want to be in it. You want to be in that state of being like a victim and being sad and like not actually take responsibility and accountability that we're all wanting to support you in. So with that, I respectfully cannot listen to you anymore.
Yeah, 100%.
And I mean, it can be so hard. And again, like especially like in friend groups, like sometimes no one wants to be the one to like put their foot down and say it, but then it's like, I don't want to hang out with you. Yeah. Like I can't. Like I literally like get away from me. Like, but I love you and I care about you. But like, ew, stop talking about this, you know? Yep. You're not doing anything about it. And I think, and then if they feel like, oh, well, I need to be in a space where I can talk about this, then they can go find a space where they can. But I've decided for myself, this is not going to be that space. Or you're welcome to be a part of it, but like, let's have other conversations. Like, there's more to life than like this one moment situation, whatever that you're hanging on to. And you have, like, everyone has so much to give. So like, let's focus on.
I agree. So. And if you're just getting here, welcome. Go ahead and say hi or put a 1 in the chat if you have been a victim of an energy vampire. Or you can put a 2 if you have been an energy vampire, and that is also totally fine too.
Totally.
I think it's hard too, right? Because then it sucks, because I feel like a lot of times, and I've also been in friend circles like this, or even like work social circles, where it's just all of a sudden people don't want to invite someone. Like, and I might have been that one person who like was isolated, but then I've definitely for sure been on that side of like, oh, well, is nobody going to reach out to so-and-so like to see if they want to come? Like, oh, no, you know, they're probably busy, or, oh, whatever. But then that person then gets excluded, but nobody's telling them like,
what is going on?
This is why we don't really like hanging out with you very much. Or with Monster Andy's person, like, this is why we don't like to play games with you, like, because you're just so toxic, and it's so like, I can't, like, oh my gosh, if I make one little mistake, like, you just jump on me, which I feel like that, I mean, that might not be, like, maybe there are different kinds of energy vampires, because then there
definitely is. I actually have a list.
Yes.
If we want to talk about the different types, I came up with a list, because there is not just like one type of energy vampire. There's like, and to me, that sounds like the controlling type of energy vampire.
Yes. Share the list. Let's
go. I'm going to go
in.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do one at a time. How many are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of different types.
All right, let's start with number 1.
Let's go with number 1. The first one, which I feel like we've been kind of talking about, the emotional dumper. Person that throws it and keeps moving. They feel so much better because they let shit off their chest, dumped it on you, and said, "See you later."
Oh my gosh.
Who's been there?
I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
Well, Toga Eater maybe not. I don't know. Toga Eater, I think, didn't put a 1 in the chat for like having been a victim of an energy vampire. But I think also with that, the part that sucks too is when the person dumps on you, and then you're like, okay, cool, now it's my turn. Hey, let me talk about something that's going on in my life. And then they're just like, oh, whatever, that's cool.
Yeah, they cannot like.
And then you're like,
give you the same space. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that's even worse than just like a drive-by dumping. Like, I feel like the one where you're like, we're still here and we're still in the same room, and then you dumped on me and didn't let me dump, like,
or just show me like the same like interest and care. Yes.
That's the so worst. Rough. Oh my gosh, I feel so triggered.
Yeah.
Trigger warnings.
Put 1 in the chat if you're feeling triggered.
Oh god. Man. Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah. Oh gosh, those people.
Good old emotional dumper.
Oh gosh, emotional dumpers.
Good old. Every time I hear like dumper, I think of like. Sorry, never mind. I'm getting sidetracked. But I'm like, can we have like a different word for dumper? But I don't know.
But that's like, I feel like the most fitting, because they just dump their shit.
Emotional vomit. Emotional, like, I don't know. All the things.
And then it makes you feel dumpy afterwards. Like, it makes you feel dumpy. It's just such a good word. Like, I don't know. You know what? All right, you can talk about the next one. Let me toss it into the AI and be like, hey, what's a better word for like emotional dumping?
I love it. Okay, our next one is the martyr. So the martyr is someone who likes to burn themselves out, put in all their energy and whatnot, and they feel exhausted and they feel like shit, and then they get upset, like they vent to you or whatever, and then they're like, why aren't they're holding you to that same standard? They're like, why aren't you also going 175%? What the hell? No one else is giving all this. Like, here I am and I feel like shit and I feel terrible, and you know, everyone else should be doing the same thing.
Oh God.
I know some people like that.
So it's basically, because I kind of missed a little bit of it, but like, so essentially what I get is like,
Yeah,
it's the person who's like, I'm doing everything for everyone and y'all don't do shit.
Yeah.
And like, I need you guys to step up.
Yeah.
Oh.
And not even like y'all don't do shit, but like,
you don't do as much as I do.
Like, they are just like, they feel horrible. Maybe like they're the person that gets like, they welcome the dumping all the time and don't look to like get accountability or like give accountability and just keep putting themselves in that situation. And then I don't know, I feel like it could be taken a lot of different ways, right? I feel like this is like a really easy one to identify as like a boss. Like, maybe some of you guys have had bosses like that, where like they like have created this like work environment that's so awful and so terrible, and they hate their lives, and then they're like, why aren't my employees activating at this same place and rate and all these things, you know? And they're just like looking at you like crashing and burning, like, because I don't want to be you, bro. Like, and they're like, why don't you want to, you know, just because they are so consumed, right? Yeah.
Damn.
I used to be a martyr. That burnout queen. I used to love that.
Oh man, have I ever done that? I don't know. I think I've definitely, well, yeah, actually, no, for sure. I think in my family, I would always be like, oh yeah, I'm always the one who's just like, you know, being very understanding. Like, we talked about the emotional intelligence thing, that like, oh, once you become emotionally intelligent, now you have to just like let everyone get away with everything. And it's like, that's like how I felt, like, oh, well, you know, I'm just so understanding. I'm just like, they're going through stuff, I'll take it on. Or, you know, if I get left out on things, it's fine, it's okay, they're just busy. But then eventually, like, it just swells up, and then I just dump it all out on them. And I'm like,
right?
Like, how dare you all? Like, I've done all of this stuff, and like, you guys clearly don't care. But then again, yeah, lack of boundaries.
But then we're like opening up that opportunity for that to like occur, or just maybe our logic doesn't actually make sense, and we're activating from that place. And then it can be hard to like self-reflect and be like, because I think the martyrs are, at least as myself, speaking as myself as a martyr, I feel like it was often coming from like a good place, and like a place of wanting to have like care and wanting to like show up and like do all the things and but like, to what end, to what cost? And then it can be really frustrating when like the people that you are showing up for and doing everything and whatnot aren't returning that, and then you just blow up, you know? Whether you blow up at them. I feel like my blow up was more of like an internal blow up and like a self blow up, rather than like blowing up on other people. And then it just led me to like pulling back and like not opening myself up, which is also not great. So
or then you're like dumping to your social circle, and then depending on how often it's happening, it's almost just like this terrible dumping chain of like, cycle. Oh, you get dumped on by your family, then you dump on your friends, and then your friends like, oh my gosh, like so and so always talks about how shitty their family is, like, oh, it's so draining, I don't want to be around them anymore, stop inviting them to our Halloween party. Oh no. Crazy.
So real.
Is anyone going to a Halloween party this week? Do people go to Halloween parties? So like, it's on the Friday night, which is great. But like, do people also do Halloween parties like on the weekend too? Like on November 1st? Would anybody do that?
I personally feel like you have to do it before Halloween.
Okay.
But that's like my thoughts. But I know it's weird because it's like perfectly a Saturday and it's just the next day. But I feel like it needs to be like a pre-Halloween thing. Because like, do you celebrate Christmas after Christmas?
Parties every night. That's what I'm saying, Toad Eater. Parties every night.
I
mean, Christmas, we celebrate Christmas. Like, you basically have like Christmas parties all through December.
Right, but you don't have it after. Like, you don't celebrate New Year's after New Year's.
But New Year's is different because that's like literally the well.
Hmm.
You know, I think
do it. Also, who cares? Do what you want.
Yeah, true.
Wear
It
your
is a slippery
costume on
slope,
November
yeah.
1st. Who cares? You know.
I agree. It's definitely a slippery slope because yeah, if like I'm like, okay, well, you know, we'll just celebrate Christmas in January, and then like, okay, well, what's stopping us then from doing it in February? And then we just end up just celebrating all holidays are all year round. Like, there's no more. Who cares? Whatever. There's no more seasons anymore. It's just do it whenever you feel like it.
California, it's like, what is the season? It's fall. It's 80 degrees this week. You know.
See, and then I would be that energy vampire of like, oh my gosh, like you guys are crazy with all of this stuff, and I can't believe you guys just have parties all the time. Like, this is terrible and whatever. Like, oh god. See how I brought it full circle? Yeah. See?
Yep. That was
always
great.
have to bring it back. Always got to bring it back.
Always. I love
that was the second one, huh?
That was the second one. I know.
Oh
we got
god.
a couple more.
This is crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
but I do feel like, and I do think
riled
that
up.
people can be like multiple, like different types, and they can bleed into each other, and one can transform into the other, you know, all the things. Anyway, so the next one is the narcissistic charmer. So the person who's like a little charmer, it's like, but makes it all about themselves, brings it back to them. You share a story about how exciting it was that you did XYZ or had this experience, and they got to take it to bring it back to them and like turn it into their story instead of, or their moment instead of yours.
Oof.
Yeah. Have you experienced one of those?
Oh man, all the time. And it's funny because I remember learning about, I don't think it was described to me as like an energy vampire at that time. But it was just like, I remember learning that was a good way to like connect with people.
Sure.
Oh, your story. Oh, look, I can relate to that. Here's my story. And then we both have this story now. But not realizing that, well, but depending on how you're sharing your story, it can become like even like a one up, like, oh my gosh, oh, you went through that traumatic experience, well, I also went through that, but it was like also with all this other stuff going on, like, oh really, well I also had all this, and then like, oh my gosh, and then it's just like terrible, or then the other person feels minimized because you're like, oh well, now let me make it about me. But I'm trying to make it about me so that you can understand that I also feel how you feel. And it's so terrible that it's being miscommunicated.
Yeah. But an energy vampire might not necessarily know that it's being miscommunicated. And they might, I think oftentimes like energy vampires really just want to have like space held for them and don't necessarily know how to ask or like step into that. And so they do that in like ways of being like trying to connect, but then like it kind of ends up invalidating the other person or like disregarding the other person rather than sharing understanding.
So then what would you do differently?
If someone came up and
like if you were, like if someone told you, oh my gosh, this crazy thing happened to me, and like let's say they asked you like, hey, are you cool if I dump on you real quick?
Sure.
I love it. It's so funny. Hey, can I dump on you? Yeah, sure. You can totally dump on me. Okay,
no, I literally do that with like my sister and my friends all the time. Like it's like a call. Hey, is this a good time for me to like spill? Is this good?
See, spill. That's good. Unloading. It's something that came up. So like, if you're that person receiving and you're like, okay, cool, and then you're like, oh, I want to tell them a story, like to show that I can relate to them. Like, what would be in your mind like a better way of connecting with that person?
I think that's where it's like you are looking to provide. I think that's where you can go. Are you looking for advice on this? Are you looking to be understood? I kind of have a similar experience. Do you want to hear that? And being able to move through it that way rather than just kind of taking the lead and saying, well, guess what? I have this experience. And I think you can like read the room too. And I do think it depends on how you're telling the story, right? Because if they just shared their story with you and then you completely take the reins and then it becomes about your story and your experience, I think that's where you're shifting the energy and bringing it and pulling it back to you when maybe the space needed to be held for them at that time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, like, kind of like checking in. I always like the questions, like, and I do that with my wife all the time. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you looking for right now? Like,
Yeah.
I do have a story I could share with you if you feel like that's helpful.
Right.
Yeah, I think venting is a good word. Toga Eater just said venting is a good word. But I feel like dumping is just so much more fun to say because it's just like
it can feel relieving. Like when you dump, it feels really
right. It does.
Yeah.
When you have a good dump, it feels very like you feel so much relief.
Especially if you're someone who loves to like cram and hold in, and it's just like right. So that dump can feel like so great.
We love a good dump.
Get out of here.
We love a good dump. I love it. Honestly, I'm going to use that forever. I don't care.
I love a good dump.
Yes.
Yeah.
A good dumping, you know. A good healthy dump, though. Not an unresourceful.
And right now they're gonna be like, "What is going on?"
Is this like life coaching? Well, you know, your digestive system is definitely a part of life, so. And you have a good relationship with your colon. It does a lot. It does a lot for us.
And your energy colon.
Yes, right? Your energy colon too. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's the one.
Right.
All right. What's the?
You bring it full circle now.
That's the third one.
Okay.
Right?
That's the third one. Was the narcissistic charmer. I think so something hard. Too, like specifically with them is like they're like being nice, like they are like, you know, charismatic, but then like there's these like ulterior motives of like self-focus and you know, bringing it back to themselves.
And then this one where you assume that the person is doing it with that intention. Although, I mean, I feel like how many narcissists know that they're narcissists? I don't think like any of them. So,
right.
Toga Eater, have you ever been a narcissistic or narcissist storyteller? Is that what it was, right? Narcissist storyteller, narcissist
or charmer.
Charmer.
Yeah, narcissistic charmer. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's okay if you have, you know, we've all been there.
Yeah, it is true. And I think it all starts with like awareness. If you're like, oh shit, that's me. It's just like, that's okay. But how do we do better? You know?
Yeah.
How do we better communicate? How do we better hold space for ourselves and for others? So,
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go into the next one.
Yes.
The next one is the victim. So there's some sort of problem that they're always sharing and they are never at fault. So I see them as someone who doesn't tend to take responsibility and aren't necessarily looking for a solution either.
So this is just straight venting.
Yeah, but I think it's different.
Okay, yeah. Explain further.
Because it's one thing to vent and it's one thing to vent without like self-reflection. If you're like, there's this problem and it's them, they're the problem. Even though this is maybe like a 2-person situation, it's them rather than being like, oh, how can I better handle this situation? Or how can I reflect and maybe handle this situation in a different way? They don't take responsibility. Which is probably why they're an energy vampire. What do you think about that?
I'm trying to think because I'm like, I mean, I feel like most people when they're like venting to me, like they're never looking for a solution. Like they just want to like, usually they just want to like talk crap about the other person or the other people who are involved, and it's just like whatever. At least in the beginning. I think sometimes towards the end the person might realize like, okay, now that all the energy is out, they're like, okay, but maybe I'm I should think of it this way, or maybe when I did this, that's what caused this, or whatever the case is. But I feel like most of the time when people vent, it's like they just want to just say their piece and then not want anybody to be like, well, but did you think about this? Or, maybe you should look inward more. Like, nobody wants to hear that when they're venting.
I mean, I don't know. I think it depends for myself, at least. As an anxious person, I love to have a solution. I hate leaving things like frazzled. Also, maybe the people pleaser in me too, of like, I hate having tension. I don't love that. I don't like it to fester. Just like to hit things head on, because then it's just like
you say I like to hit things. Like, okay.
I love to hit them. Watch out.
Okay, eater, blink twice.
And so I don't know. But I do know people who just love to not take accountability ever.
Yeah.
And then be like, why is this always happening to me?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
if you've ever heard that one.
Yeah. Or like the people who are like, oh my gosh, like why do I end up with such like terrible people in my relationships like all the time? And then you're like, well, maybe it's because of where you're looking, and maybe your standards, could be a little bit better. It's like, no, it's just, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what it could be. Like, okay, you know what? Then you keep staying in all those terrible relationships.
Right,
like,
right. They really like are giving away their power, I think, often, and then love to just sit and like fester in that, and then like
drama.
bring you into that. Yes. And then bring you into that like low energy vibe. I really do see like energy vampires as like either being high chaotic energy or low depressing energy, right? And normally the lower ones are like the places of like giving power away, and they want to bring you into those they either are sucking your energy to bring themselves up, or they just want to go deeper. It's like, come with me to sink deeper with me, or I'm gonna use your energy to pull myself up. And then the overpower people are, I feel like most of the time, just sucking your energy to keep themselves moving higher.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I just imagine them like the people at that lower energy, they're like in this pit, and then they're just like, hey, just like throw me a rope or whatever.
It's like no big deal, bro. Like, come on. To me, I also kind of see that as like the narcissistic charmer could be like that way too, of like being down there, hey buddy, you look great. We totally have the same vibe, and then you cast down your rope and and then they like swat and then they push you in or whatever,
Yeah. Yes.
Kind of vibe, right?
Yes.
And then you're like
yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. 100 times.
I've definitely been there.
Or they're like, oh, keep throwing more rope. I don't have enough. And you're like, okay, I'm going to keep letting out all this energy. Right. I got you. Don't worry. And oh my God. And then they're just sitting there on their phone like,
right. And I also do want to say, like, sometimes I feel like it can feel more validating to think that people are like, but sometimes people really don't have awareness. Like, emotional intelligence for them is maybe negative. I don't know. Or they've never had accountability, or they've never had relationships or people that like hold them to a higher standard. Yeah. And so I think that they're like, that's just where boundaries are so powerful. And I think boundaries give you power back and hopefully gives them. And then if not, you need to stake them.
Stake them. I just like, you just
stake them.
Stake them.
Stake them.
Just stake
Get
them.
rid of them.
Get rid of them. Oh my God.
They're not for you.
I'd be like, just like throw some holy water around to protect you. You're like, no, let's just stake them. Just get rid of them. They're done. Yeah. That's it.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. And that also can be really powerful lessons for people too, of like, damn, they really like put their foot down. They weren't kidding.
Yeah.
And I highly doubt it for, at least for me, it rarely is like I just immediately stake somebody, right? Like I've set boundaries. I've done it. I've thrown my rope down so much. You've already thrown me into the pit. I've gotten myself out. You've thrown me back in, right? And then it's just like, that's where it comes to like, to what end you need to cut it off, you know?
Dang, yeah.
I say that because I don't think that it always needs to go that far. And that I think came from like a place of like my own wounds of like wanting to give people the benefit of the doubt. But there does come a time where like you have to know when you got to stake it.
Stake them.
Stake them.
Yeah.
Stake them.
My gosh.
No.
Which energy vampire was that? Which one did we just talk about?
The one we were just talking about is the victim.
Okay, yeah. The one who's never... And I think too, like with that, there's just... Because there's obviously the whole victim shaming thing, and I think to like really clarify, like, it's not that, like, it's not to invalidate what the person went through.
No.
It's just, okay, so it happened. What are you going to do to avoid it happening in the future? Or what, you know, what support do you need from us? Like, so if like we're friends, like, what do you need support from me to help you process through this thing that just happened to you? But if it's literally just, no, I don't want anything, but oh my gosh, like this is terrible and whatever, like, okay, just
or I'm not gonna do anything about it, and I'm gonna, like, I hate these people that I surround myself with, but I'm gonna keep surrounding myself with them because, like, you know, but I'm gonna keep complaining to you about it because you're actually a safe person that I can do that with. And then after this, I'm gonna go hang out with them. You know, and it's like, what?
Gosh, yeah.
Why is that? Why is that a thing? I've definitely had like friendships like that where I'm just like, I have previously been like the more, I don't know, emotionally intelligent. I didn't like necessarily open up my energy. I used to think I was like an introvert for the longest time but the problem wasn't necessarily that I didn't get energized with other people. It was that I was surrounding myself with a bunch of energy vampires. And so, yeah, I was exhausted all the time and was like, get away.
Yeah.
I like didn't think that I thrived around people. Well, that's not actually the case. It's just I wasn't surrounding myself with the right people. And the minute that you start to surround yourself with people that are healthy, that are positive, you're like, wait, I don't know if you've ever like hung out with someone and you're like, wait, I don't feel like shit. That's crazy. Like,
yes.
What?
Yeah.
Like I remember the first time that happened to me and I was like, wait, this is actually like a good friend. That's crazy. Where it's like mutual, you know, and healthy, and it's not one-sided. And like I also get to hold space because I often would hold like all the space for everyone else, and then I didn't have any space, and then I felt exhausted. So yeah, that's just so sense.
It's so funny that you say that because I would tell people like, I don't think anyone's really introverted because I just think they just are always around the wrong people. Because I talk to a lot of people who are introverts who, when we talk, like they have a lot to say. They're very engaged. Like they enjoy having the conversation. So I'm like, I think it's just, well, one, there's probably a lot of energy vampires out there, knowingly or unknowingly. And then so people just have gone through their lives, unfortunately, running into all of these energy vampires. And then so they just go, oh, you know what? People are so draining. Like, I can't do this. Like, there's no way. But even extroverts feel that way too. So I'm just like, so I think it's really just about who you got in your circle or who do you keep interacting with.
Right.
And sometimes it's family.
Yes,
sometimes
family,
it's
friends, sometimes it's work, sometimes it's all three. Yeah, I
need to get a Maui hook.
You do.
I don't have one. I need to make one.
That would be so fun. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Is that cool?
Yes, please.
Say anything else?
Thank you.
Okay,
yes.
cool. If anyone is like feeling like they can relate or has experienced an energy vampire, please drop a 1 in the chat. So far we've talked about the emotional dumper, the martyr, the narcissistic charmer, and the victim. have you guys seen these in the real world, out in the jungle? Have you engaged with this type of energy vampire? Are you like, oh shit, I am that energy vampire? We want to hear from you. Let us know. The next type of energy vampire is called the gossip. So this is someone who's just always stirring the pot, talking shit, up to no good, but just enough where they're like kind of removed, you know?
The chismosas and chismosos. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
gosh. These ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are, I feel like they're probably one of the worst. Like, if I had to, it's funny, we should like rank all of these. But like, if I had to rank this one, I would put it very high at the top, if not the number one. Because I feel like when you gossip, right, like it's not even just about this conversation, but then now they go and have this conversation with other people, and then those people have conversations with other people, and it like brings down the energy of like everybody, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you're like, whoa, what's going on? Why does everybody seem so pissed off all of a sudden? Well, there you go. The heckin' gossiper. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Oh, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I do feel like often there is like a lot of ill intent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't often feel like it's coming from a place of care or concern, gossip. It's coming from a place of just like talking shit and judgment and like blowing stuff out of proportions, not looking for clarity, not looking for understanding. And so, yeah, I do feel like they're definitely up there if they're just like fueling a fire.
Yeah. A dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think for this one, I would say like the best way to avoid it or to not is just to not participate in it and just move on with your life. Life is already so stressful anyways.
Seriously.
And that's something we say a lot. Like, life is so stressful anyways. Why invite more? Like, you don't need that drama in your life. That drama that isn't even drama. Like, just leave it. Let it go. Get back to work. Do your thing. Live your life. Right. Drama free.
Literally. And if there's an issue, go talk to somebody. Like,
yes.
You know, communication, not go talk shit and spread all of the stuff that happened too. I actually like had a situation in one of my past jobs where like that blew up, and it was like we had like a gossip situation that like blew up, and we got like everyone got called in, and we were at like a party like after hours from work, and like I was like, I will never put myself in this position again because this is so stupid. It just felt so stupid. Like, what? Like, why are we in this like position over something that did not need to go the way that it did? And so yeah, it was not fun. Like, there's normally consequences, especially like when it's in the workplace and there's things like HR and whatnot, and there's policies. I think oftentimes with family and friends, there's not as much accountability, but in the workplace, shit, like you could literally get fired for this shit. And again, it's like, was it really worth it? Just go talk to the person. If you actually care, go talk to the person, you know?
Yeah. Or if it's really a problem that you want to actually solve, then just go talk to the person. And, like,
go talk to them. Be like, hey, you know, or I think even if like you hear it through the grapevine at work or whatever, the gossip ends up at you. It's like, go talk to the person. Be like, hey, I heard this. What's going on? You know? Or ask the person, did you check on them? Are they okay? Or like, what's the remedy here? What are we doing about this situation? Rather than just like having it go through the grapevine, and then again, I feel like oftentimes these situations explode. Do you want to be in the explosion? No, I don't. I mean, maybe that's your vibe. Energy vampire. Energy vampire. Your vibe. Yeah, go explode, but like do it over there. And that's where boundaries and staking come in.
Boundaries and staking. Yes. Oh my gosh. Boundaries and staking.
That sounds like so harsh. I feel like
I think that's gonna be a really good clip.
Yeah.
That's when boundaries and staking come in.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys talking about? Oh my god. Talking about murdering energy vampires.
Yeah.
We don't need them.
We murder them with love. Okay, we stake them with like knowing that the stake is from a place of love and care and protection.
Yes. Yeah, of course. 100%.
Duh.
Oh my gosh. All right, what's the next one?
Okay, the next one is the controller. So they just want to control. They want to take. Maybe they're a micromanager. They just have to have their hands in the pot at all times.
Do you have like an example, or like what is this like?
I think of a controller that sometimes I feel like I can be a controller where it's like, yeah, if you could help me out with this, that would be so great, so helpful. Oh, you did it that way? Oh no, you need to do it this way.
Oh.
And well, like, why'd you do it that way? You know, and just totally like tainting and pulling the energy and like disempowering and like not actually truly meaning that they wanted someone to take the reins.
Yeah.
Or I feel like this also can like at times come up in relationships. Maybe you have someone that's more like passive, or I think I can think of like my own relationship at times where I'm like, yeah, can you help me out with this? And then when it's not done how I like it or to a standard that I want, and I didn't communicate that, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just do it. And then I'm pissed at them. The energy's down and I'm frustrated. They're frustrated. And it's all because I had to have that control. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think I used to be that way. I've definitely run into some of those kinds of energy vampires for sure. These controllers.
Yeah.
Especially at work. I feel like that is like prime real estate for these kinds of energy vampires, because it's like, hey, I want you to do this project, and you're like, okay, cool, great, and you do it, and then they're like, what is this trash? How did you totally screw this up? And you're like, whoa, you didn't really tell me, you didn't really give me too much direction. You said, hey, just do this thing. Like, well, it's obvious this is how it should have been. Like, okay, obvious. Yeah. Let me read your mind.
Right.
Energy vampire.
Yeah.
And so for sure, I think I would say in like my personal life, I don't run into it too much, but also now I would say I'm pretty good at like, if someone asks me like, hey, can you help me like plan this party or something? I'll be like, okay, so what is your intention? What specifically are you looking for? Like, what do you want? What's your budget? Like, so asking all those questions straight up to get clarification.
Yes.
I think that has helped me avoid those kinds of things, because then I can be like, if they're like, no, I said I wanted it red, and I'd be like, well, that's crazy, because on my notes here it says actually you wanted them blue. Oh, okay, well then actually, can we change them to red? Like, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine, like we could do that, it's okay. But like but then having to have those receipts for them, like that in itself is already so exhausting.
So draining and exhausting. Absolutely.
Gosh. Yeah. But if you need the person in your life, if it's at work, then at least you can combat it that way.
Sucks to combat though. Damn.
Yes. And then, while you're looking for another job, do that. Then look for another job. You don't need that in your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, crazy controllers.
So crazy.
Okay.
It's
All right. Which number is that one? 7?
Okay. The next one is the passive aggressive energy vampire.
Oh god. Yeah. These all feel like the same person. Like I feel like I could like point out one person and be like, yeah, this is like you do all these things.
you're actually a 9-in-1 energy vampire.
Yes, you're the ultra mecha really energy vampire.
Yeah, you got it bad, girl. Oh, like, dang.
Like, I don't need just one steak. I need like 9 steaks to to take this one out.
Someone requires 9 silver bullets.
Yes. 9 silver bullets, 9 garlic cloves,
Yes.
9 vials of holy water, and
Yep.
and 9 steaks.
Exactly.
God.
No, I agree. And this is where I feel like different, like they can overlap and like bleed into each other for sure. Cause
Not
like,
bleed into each other. I see what you did there.
yeah, didn't even do that on purpose. I'm just
Oh,
hilarious.
sure.
What can I say? It came naturally.
Hmm.
And so I could see the passive aggressive energy vampire also being like similar to like the narcissistic charmer, right? Of like them utilizing like these different ways of conveying or communicating or controlling the situation. So yeah, I think we all have experienced someone who is passive aggressive.
So what's like an example for this one? Like how
Passive aggressive. I mean, part of me feels like it, in my example, I feel like it's going to overlap with the controller of being like, oh, yeah, you can totally do this. And then they see the work and they're like, oh, that's what you did? Oh, oh, sure. Okay. Yeah. And then I feel like then it could transition into the gossip.
I feel like, yeah, again,
Where they're not willing to communicate with you.
These feel like the 9 steps of energy, being of an energy vampire. Like, here's where you start, and then you do this step next, then you do this
Yeah,
one,
right. This is how you can be a really shitty person.
Oh my god.
This is how you can just like tear up the work environment. If your company ever says you get to build the culture here, this is how you do it. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. But yeah, so I can see someone who's passive aggressive like being and that's like I think a way too for them to like be kind of nice, but then like pull that energy back to themselves of like making themselves the focus in the center. Again,
I think for this one, if I had to try and find a way to differentiate it from the other ones, like this would be the person who just always avoids the actual conversation. So then you're always having to drain your energy to try and have the conversation, but they're just like, oh no, it's fine, it's not really a big deal, it's okay. But then they're like, oh, like if like let's say for example, if I made dinner and if my wife would come home and just be like, oh wow, man, this is what we're eating today, huh? Okay, that's great. Then I'd be like, oh, why? What's wrong? Is there something wrong? Oh no, it's fine, it's okay, yeah, it's totally good. Like, and now I'm like stressing, or like now I'm expending more energy to like figure out like, well, no, what's really wrong with it? And like, no, it's fine, it's okay, don't worry about it, it's okay. Like, oh god,
when it's really not okay.
Yeah, like the person who's just, you try to like, they're slippery. This would be like the slippery one. You're like, okay, let's have the conversation, and then they're just like, whoop, just like the fish from earlier from Toga Eater.
The avoidant, definitely an avoidant personality for sure.
Yeah, and you just can't have the conversation, and then you're wasting all this energy trying to catch them and go, come on, let's have this conversation, let's do it. And like, no.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of like decoding hidden messages, which 100% is so exhausting. And you know, as someone who, I don't know if this is like,
are you a professional decoder?
Well, yeah, actually, I would say I am. My mom is like a pro at being passive aggressive and like read between the lines. Like, oh, you didn't, like I said that, you know, but never said that. And holding me accountable for that kind of thing. And so then, because that's how I grew up, I was like, well, that's how like people should just know, right? Like, obviously, I left the broom out. You should have swept. Duh. You know, those kind of things. And it's like, actually, that's not how it works. That's not how you communicate with someone effectively. Talk about exhausting. It's exhausting also, like, for you, honestly, I think this like energy vampire gets nowhere and is just heavily exhausted too, because they are just setting out all these traps and like end up catching themselves in them.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they don't get what they want.
No, they never do.
Well, unless what they want is just the drama
Right,
of
right.
like,
And
I
the
just want to be able to
fight and
blame
the
you for
yes,
something. So
right.
like, let me catch you messing up.
Right. And maybe that's where
Oh.
like that is like the intention of this energy vampire, where they're like constantly doing that. I don't know, it's hard to say. Or it's someone who just like doesn't realize that, and it's like, no, you gotta share your preference, or you gotta speak up for what you're looking to happen, as opposed to being backhanded or creating guilt trips or subtle digs.
Yes, a back dumping.
Cut off. A back dumping that ends up all up in their car as they try to drive by and dump it, but it just like, you know, they have like both windows down and it just flies back into their car. Yeah, that's the passive aggressive.
Yeah.
It never works.
Passive aggressive people. It sucks because like I think it's something like, especially with like sarcasm, it's so easy to do, and you just fall into it so easily because a lot of people are very sarcastic, and it's just like a part of like culture now to just be sarcastic. So and it's almost celebrated, like, oh my gosh, you're so sarcastic, like, oh yeah,
like that was so funny, you know, because like it is like it is supposed to be funny, but when you take it to a place where it's not funny and you're actually serious, that's not the way to communicate.
Yeah, gosh, yeah. Oh heck, energy vampires.
Oh heck.
What's our number 9? This is the 9th one, right? The next one?
No.
We have 2 more?
We have 3 more.
We have 3 more? We've only done 6?
Yeah.
Oh moly.
I know.
I
miscounted.
really
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I miscounted. There's 10. My bad.
So 10 steaks, 10 cloves of garlic, 10 vials of holy water.
Stock up is what we're saying.
10
Stock
silver
up.
bullets.
Yeah.
And even then, who knows?
The next live, we're going to be teaching you guys how to sharpen your steaks, actually. So get ready.
The steaks, because you need them very specific for these energy vampires. Yeah. They're really hard to steak.
One requires a specific wood, a specific type of sharpening, you know, all the things.
Yes. The blessing you have to put on it. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Exactly. Okay. The next one is the clingy connector.
Clingy connector?
Yes. So this is someone who can't stand to be alone and constantly needs reassurance, company, or attention. AKA could also be seen as like codependent.
Yeah. Ooh, that one.
I think an important mantra for this one is you're not responsible for someone else's emotional stability. You're not responsible for someone else's emotional stability. So yeah, that's a hard one. What's your take on it?
I think it's hard because, you know, like a part of being a good friend is like being there for your friends, right? Like that's what you do. You show up for them. And I think a lot of times we always like, you know, oh man, if my friends call me at 2 a.m. and they're like, hey, can we talk? Can you come hang out? We're like, yeah, like I don't care if I have work in 3 hours, like sure, you know, I'll call out or whatever. And again, that kind of friendship is celebrated because it's like, yeah, you're really there for people. And so I say it's hard because like, well, if that's kind of like the unspoken like expectation culturally, like that's how you need to show up, then like how it's almost like feeding it. It's like you are literally every day feeding that vampire.
Yeah.
But then that person might really need that. But then
But I think that's where it's different if it's all the time versus like every once in a while. You know?
Okay.
I think that that's a big like indicator of like the difference. Like if this person depends on you to feel okay, like on a regular basis, rather than cultivating their own energy and
Hello,
their own
vampire Queenly. Look at that. Energy
welcome.
vampire queen.
Speaking of vamps, so glad you're here.
Yeah, glad you could make it. Man, I think she would have enjoyed going through this list of energy vampires. Like,
well, she can catch the replay on our YouTube channel.
This is true. This is true.
So...
which I do have to send it to her. Actually, we have it here, right? I think.
Yeah, Radiance and Reality Coaching are out on YouTube. So feel free to check it out. You can watch our stream on YouTube as well, if that's your preferred place to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot what we were saying.
We were talking about clingy connector energy vampires.
Oh yes, and how it can be hard because we're like, well, and then you were talking about, yeah, like, well, this is not an all the time thing. I think that's a really good distinction to make because, you know, sometimes people have seasons like, you know, my wife and I, like this whole year almost, it feels like so far has just been like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So it feels like this whole year we've been just like, oh, life sucks. This is crazy. This is terrible. Like, what's going on? But then I think to your point, like, yeah, but maybe it makes sense. Like, yeah, there's a lot going on in your life, but then we're still not necessarily only talking about those things with other people. Like, it does come up, and people might also, it's okay, Toga Eater. We understand. You got to go eat togas.
For sure.
Also, then I just had to just double check that it was Toga Eater because I was like, maybe he's a Togo Eater and Togo's that place, which I don't think exists anymore. But yeah.
Our first vamp in just confirming, not energy vampire.
Yes.
Vamp. They're regular vamp. Oh, winter.
Oh, right. Because did that come up for? Anyways, yeah. The time changes.
Yeah.
True. Yes, the world is changing in time.
It is. If they do that.
When is that for us?
Daylight savings, I think is it November 2nd?
Oh, okay. So it's the weekend. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. November 2nd.
All right.
Like the first Sunday of November.
That's good.
Okay, what were we saying?
We were talking about how yeah, the seasons of life that are difficult, but then even then we're not talking about it all the time, so that way like that can help kind of break it up where you're not being an energy vampire, right? Kind of based off like what you were talking about.
And I think that's also like healthy for you to do too, like when you're going through like really intense lows. It's not healthy to sit in that low all the time and sit in that dark hole and not have any light come in and just be consumed with the darkness all the time. I think that there's definitely a time and place, but it doesn't need to necessarily be forever. And I think that's where you can let in light and let in some softness that's going to eventually help you get out of that darkness, right? And so it's not to I'm just saying that because I think it's super valid to be able to hold space and have friendships and relationships that hold space for like those tough times, but also knowing that it's okay to give yourself time for just being focused on that and then start to sprinkle in some good as you make kind of these transitions of your new normal of whatever that season is for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I want to say,
I think as someone who navigates depression, it can be so easy to just like fall in and sit in those holes and that darkness and just be like, this is it. This is my reality forever. I will never Like
I shall
I'll
be
sit in my
a
coffin.
vampire
I'll be the
forever.
vampire in my dark coffin.
Oh no.
Being like, this is it, you know. But it's like it's good to have like a mix and starting to like bring people in and have that shift and that change and like starting to mix like, you know, the lightness with the darkness, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think too, like kind of what you were mentioning, like about how sometimes we just get like it's so easy to get caught up in like just the darkness of everything.
Yeah.
But then if you're not like, I think there's a way to be in it in a resourceful way where like you are taking that time for yourself and like being in it, processing through it, feeling the things you need to feel. But then when you get stuck in it, that's when it gets like really bad. So then when you let that light in a little bit, whether it's your friends reaching out like, hey, let's go do this fun thing or whatever.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Then take a break from all of the just like depression and all of that and like, all right, let me at least be open to having a good time or laughing a little bit.
Mhm.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, that's really good.
I also think like a good sign to like bringing this back to like the clingy connector person who is like latched onto you and holding on. I think it's like important for them to have like space and to know that they can like keep swimming on their own.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because oftentimes they are so capable and they do have tools, right? We don't need to like always be someone else's life vest for them. But we can encourage them and like, you know, send them love and care without having to be like the life vest for them, you know?
Yes.
So
Yeah. I think it goes back to that codependency thing you're talking about. It's just
yeah.
like, yeah, like if we constantly let them depend on us, then they will just continue to do that because why
Yeah,
would they
'cause
do
it's
anything else?
comfortable. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Why would they
100%.
choose another way when they're being completely supported by you?
Yeah.
And they don't think that there's anything wrong with it,
Yeah.
right? Because you haven't said anything and they think you're doing just fine. And you're like, I'm suffocating. So, yeah,
Yeah. I
I
love
think
it.
that that's really, really important to do. And I think that thinking about like letting the light, it's so hard to, because I don't, for people who are going through like those dark times, it can feel really like hopeless. And then you want to like cling on to somebody to have that, but then you're navigating all these things and trying to hold, you know, all these things. And I just think that it's important to take baby steps. It's important to share and be vulnerable and also like lean into the good when it's there as best as you can, even when life feels shitty.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
easier
All right.
said than done.
True.
So much easier said than done. Okay.
Right.
The
What is
next
this number?
one.
8? Is this 8?
Yeah. Oh, 9. It's number 9.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Yay.
So this one is the competitor. So they turn everything into a subtle competition. Who's
Okay.
busier? Who's more stressed? Who's more spiritual? Who's more aligned? Who's more flexible, creative, connected? All of these things. And they see collaboration as competition.
I don't think I run into this one very much. Yeah, this is not an energy vampire that hangs around my social circles very much.
I love that for you.
Why do you have that? Other children? I
No.
feel like I experienced people like that when I was a child.
Mm,
Like other children. Oh, yeah, true.
totally. I think I used to like kind of coming back to like the martyr. I feel like personally when I'm like a martyr, I also like to be a competitor because like if I'm doing the most and I'm showing up the most, like no one can say otherwise. Because I like it's kind of like a way of control. But then that leads me to be burnt out and feel like shit and horrible, at least from the place of like doing the most and being the most busy. but I definitely also agree when I was a kid, like actually like and like I grew up Christian, and like in my church environment that was like a big thing, like who's the most connected to God, or who prays the most, or who goes to church the most, you know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it really like turned into this like competition as opposed to like
It's
the
supposed
like
to, like, being focused on
relationship with
God.
God or
Yeah.
whatnot, you know,
Yeah.
which is crazy, honestly.
Yeah, that's definitely so
Definitely defeats the purpose of
Uh,
like
I didn't think about it that way, because then it's almost like the institution itself is the
is
energy
creating
vampire.
this. Yeah, totally. I mean, aren't those I feel like there's a lot of
Hmm.
institutions like that that like thrive off of this competition
Yeah, or
that
jobs,
creates
right?
this
Like all those.
toxicity, yeah, of like pinning people against each other. I feel like I was just talking to
Hmm.
someone who's a lawyer, and they're like, isn't it so great that like you get rewarded for doing well at work by getting more work, you know? And like how just like toxic that is.
But then
Yeah.
they're like, oh no, but you're getting more work because like you can handle it and no one else can.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
you're just like a top performer. You're
Yeah.
like the
Our
best.
company thrives from you, you
Yeah.
know, and then you get like rewarded for that, like that
God.
toxic,
Oh.
competition that's been created within yourself. I also think that like perfectionists can like play into this one as well at myself. Oh god, workplace. Thanks Vampire Queen for sharing.
Yeah, your previous job. Yeah, where everything, but like even like the minor small things are like a competition too.
Oh yeah,
Like
absolutely.
that's where I think it gets like really like just on like in social groups or whatever, because like yeah, like oh you know we should all push each other to be better. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but it shouldn't be like oh damn, like you only did this, like wow, like ugh, just I would say thankfully our culture is getting more to like, hey, you know, everyone in their own journey, and like, you know, only compare
Mhm.
yourself to yourself. And there
Right.
can be healthy
Shifting the
competition.
competition.
Yeah. And there can be
Yes.
healthy competition
Yeah.
too. But it's not like, okay, just because you're making six figures, like doesn't mean everyone in your friend circle needs to be making six figures as well, or you know,
Or that people are
finding
less than if they don't
yes.
meet, like it's a
Yeah.
competitor, but it's also like the standard setting, right? Of like this is the expectation, meet it or you're trash.
Yeah.
That like is so
That
hurtful
part.
and so toxic and leads to disconnection and just so much harm, really harm to yourself, harm to the other people where that standard is being set. So
Toby said they felt that one.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's really the part. That's the like. It's not even that there's competition. It's the fact that everyone is less than because
Mhm.
they're not where that
That
person is.
that
Because that
threshold.
person might not even be at the top, but then they're
Right.
gonna talk smack about all the people below them, and it's like,
Right. And then imagine being that person living that life, and then you like, because we're not perfect, and you miss that standard, and then how are you moving through your life having missed that standard that you like did not provide any sort of grace or compassion for anyone else, and then you miss the mark? You feel freaking horrible.
yes,
Garbage. And then talk about being an energy vampire. I could see that totally falling into the victim, into the martyr, like all of these things, right? They might become an emotional dumper because they don't know what to do with all of this, right? Gosh,
yeah, it's like a cycle that just feeds itself.
it
Too.
really
It just
does.
creates like one energy vampire literally does create more energy
Mhm.
vampires.
Mhm.
Because they don't kill you, they just suck enough to change you, and then you turn into one. Oh my gosh,
'Cause
that's why they're called energy vampires. Oh god.
you're not wrong.
Not just because they suck the energy out from you, but because that's how they create more. And then there's just this like
Mhm.
undead legion of energy vampires, and that's why we have so many people who say that they're introverted, because there's so many energy vampires out there, then they keep multiplying. Oh my god.
It's so true.
Oh man.
Because I feel like the emotional dumper can trigger gossip energy vampires, right? Like they all feed into each other.
It's so disgustingly synergistic. Like that's so terrible.
Yeah.
Whew.
Well, with that in mind, this is where I feel like awareness is like so powerful, and I think it's important to like, if you're feeling that way where you're like, what the hell, this is so shitty, this feels impossible, to like let yourself feel those feelings and be like, what the hell, especially if this is like your workplace, this is your reality right now, that you're like, oh my god, I'm in a coven, like this is my life, like I'm a part of a generational empire of vampire emotion energy vampires, or whatever it may be. And then I also just want to remind you too that like this is where you have that opportunity to like make these boundaries and see where you can save, and this is where you can also off. So I just want to say, like, there is like no hope. There is absolutely hope, and I do think that there's a remedy for energy vampires.
Yes, we just have to start healing people one little bit at a time.
Yeah, one conversation, one opportunity of creating grace, one opportunity of I think this comes back to like last week's conversation of like communicating from love as opposed to fear, of like letting in those opportunities for love to be like spread. Maybe that's the remedy for these energy vampires, is like love and compassion from a distance where they can't.
Well, I think kind of like what we said, like, or with a stake.
Yeah, right.
I think that seems to be like I feel like as we've gone through just these 9 and we still have one more, like that's been the main way of defending yourself against these energy vampires, is really like setting really hard boundaries, which is self-love, and then also being able to give grace and understand that they may not know what they're doing. They just know that they're in pain maybe, and that they just will latch on to anybody willing to be there for them. But setting those boundaries in a very caring way for yourself and the other person, and then actually sticking to those boundaries, not just being like, look, not right now, maybe like I'm not in a good place, maybe tomorrow, and they're like, well, please, can we just do it today? And you're like, oh, okay, fine, then let's just talk about it now. Now they know that they're going to be able to just get it from you. They just have to ask again.
They're going to get their bite in.
Yeah.
They're going to get, and like maybe they don't turn you into an energy vampire, but you're their source of blood, and they're going to keep coming back if you keep allowing them to. So that's where, again, boundaries can be so important to be able to protect yourself and ultimately protect them. This way of living is not beneficial to them, but they're essentially surviving. They're doing their best. Well, let's provide them with a new option. Again, every situation is different. I want to like put that out there as well. If this is a situation where like it is salvageable, or you're looking to be open to that, boundaries are going to be essential. That tough love.
Yeah, tough but necessary. Very
tough
necessary.
but necessary.
And self-love.
Self-love is so important. Be a self-love vampire. All I gotta say. If that's a thing, it's like where the vampires actually like give you blood. I don't know how that would work, but
well, then they would just turn you into an energy vampire thing. Like,
oh yeah,
right? Because that's what they do. Like vampires, they like bite you, and then they let you feed from them, so that you can turn, and then you turn into an energy vampire.
Well, I think that's too where boundaries can come. You're like, yeah, you can have a little, but only a little. Otherwise, they're gonna stink you.
Which I learned how to stake vampires in my in the live stream for
Yeah,
my
yeah.
oh my
Oh
god, the
man, that's
staking.
so
I
funny.
can't.
It's so
That I
good.
was not expecting that. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And then you're like, stake them. Like, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why?
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Necessary at times.
True. I mean, start with boundaries before you
Start with
stake.
boundaries.
Start with boundaries.
As
Yeah,
long as
start
you're
with the holy
safe.
water.
I think if you're safe, start with boundaries.
Yeah.
That's essential.
Start with the holy water first.
Yeah. Or
And
garlic.
then, if it's still not working, then you stake them. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Cut it off.
But don't go straight to the staking unless you're in a life-threatening situation.
Yeah.
Where you're about to turn into an energy vampire. Then you stake them.
Stake them. Just be like, I see what you are.
Jason, stake them. Yes.
Okay, let me go into our last
let's do
one.
this last one because we're coming up on time. So
Yeah, we are. Okay, the last one is the we're family manipulator.
Oh no, really? Is that literally what it's called?
Yep.
Did you
We're
make
family.
these or you found these? Like
I found these. Yeah.
Wow. That's an intense that last one. This one is mega triggering. I have anyways, go ahead. What are your thoughts?
It's like, and especially like in the workplace too, like let's step aside from like the family side of things, right? But like your boss just being like, we're all family here, for justifying like manipulation, having things not being reciprocated, like maxing out,
putting in long hours, like oh god, yeah.
And like it really is just like a major guilt trip, essentially, stemming from like disguising control as care.
Yeah. And it's crazy because you can even, it's not even just like, oh, we're family, but like, oh, but we're friends. Oh, but we're insert relationship here. And then like now you have to do whatever I say.
Like ball and chain. Yeah.
That's literally it. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Stake them. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, stake them. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If
Yeah.
anybody ever does it, just stake them. This is like an auto stake.
Shut it down.
You don't know no boundaries. You just auto stake them.
And when I like thinking about how I would like handle someone like saying that to me, and this is coming from a person who is not completely drained and is not in this situation, so I'm like fresh as lettuce, right? Just prefacing that I feel like if someone were to say that to me, but we're family here, I would be like, yeah, we are family and I do care about you, but this is also not working for me. And again, coming back to what we've been saying this whole time, setting up that boundary, holding up that garlic, throwing the holy water. Yeah, I do care about you, and because I care, I'm letting you know that if this continues, it's not going to work out. Do you want me here for the short term or the long term? Because short term, I don't even want to be here for the short term in this situation, but that's what you're going to get. It's going to get cut off eventually. If you want this to be a long-term situation, then things need to change.
I think, I don't remember where I was. I think somewhere like on Instagram or something, like
Sure.
Someone was talking about how like your workplace isn't like, it shouldn't be like family. And at first it's like, what? But that's so like nice and wholesome. Like, no, that should be like family. But then I thought about it and I was like, actually, no, it shouldn't, because the way everyone interacts with their family is different.
Oh, that's so true.
And like, oh, this is like family. Like, well, your family must be hella dysfunctional because this is trash.
Because this is crazy.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
So like
That's so true. Just from that perspective,
Yeah.
and like, I feel like family is just such like a complicated, or like the whole like we're blood, you know, like situation. So that means you can just like treat me like that?
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Ugh.
Respectfully or not respectfully. Hell no.
Yes. Yes.
We're gonna chop this up right now. I'm sorry that you think that that's okay, but that's not okay.
Yeah. 100%. And that's something like going to like the actual family part of it, like and my wife can tell you too, like this was something I realized I think in the relationship before I got married, where I realized like, oh my gosh, I learned from my family that those who are close to you, you essentially just like take them for granted because you're like, well, they're always going to be there. And so what I realized was like everyone close to me I was treating like trash, but then everyone who wasn't in my circle I treated like royalty because they weren't you know what, I don't know, I was gonna say they weren't permanent fixtures in my life. So like
You
kind
had
of
to
going back
like
to that, it's like
maintain
we're
face.
family.
Yeah.
Like we're family. You have to stick with me no matter how I treat you. You have to stay here. Like, no, I don't. I'm gonna go find a better family. That's what I'm
Right,
gonna go do. Like, I'm gonna
that
find a
loves
better
and supports
family.
and empowers and like
Yeah.
improves my energy in a healthy way than sucking me dry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. So yeah, that, and then the whole like, but we're friends. Like, come on, you're supposed to have my back. Like, man, you got yourself in that mess. Like, I can help you, but like, I'm not also getting dragged into your mess with you. Like, I have my own life. I got all sorts of other things. And then if you were a good friend, you would have thought about that before you did all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
The guilt trip. That's what this one should be called. This should be like the guilt trip vampire.
Yeah.
Oh God, because all the things.
All so frustrating. So frustrating.
Because I feel like, you know, yeah, are there some things, you know, yeah, you reciprocate love, but reciprocate it, meaning that you did get it at some point. Anyways, yeah. Crazy.
I feel like we need to like come up with like a new term that isn't family for like people who like it's like a healthy connection. And like people that are gonna be like on your team and like support you, but you're on their team, you know. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be like a new word other than family, because I do think that it has like this horrible connotation to it. Yeah. I don't know what it is. If anyone has any suggestions on what they think it would be, I would love to hear. And can't like I'm gonna think about this between now and next week.
Well, next week is the book one?
No, it's the week after, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, because the 11th. Next week is the 10th is when we're talking about the book. Don't forget to check that out. We're gonna be talking about the perfection trap, which I'm so excited to dive into with you guys. It's gonna be great, especially like I'm a huge perfectionist, so this is gonna be a fun deep dive for myself personally, and I can't wait for like all the tips and tricks and like the practical application that come in these books that we're gonna be exploring. Yeah. It's going to be great. Next week, I don't think we actually have a topic for next week. But if you guys have anything that you want us to talk about, we'd love to hear from you guys. We'd love to know. Feel free to share in the chat. This week, we talked about energy vampires. Last week, we talked about... my gosh, I'm blinking.
Emotional intelligence?
No, last week was about communicating with fear and then communicating with love. or from a place of
Yes.
fear.
Oh, how
And
how fear
then
shows up in communication was
yeah,
last week. Yeah.
yeah. And then the week before was emotional
Emotional
intelligence.
intelligence.
Maybe next week we can talk about boundaries. Next week we could talk about all sorts of things.
Can we
Let's
talk
talk
about
about
staking energy vampires?
yeah, we could talk about how to sharpen your stakes. Give you like a live tutorial on how to do that. What wood to pick for your stakes for different energy vampires.
Oh, we also talked about my birthday last week.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, we did.
It's not my
That
birthday
was
month,
so
but
fun.
it's fine. Yeah. I actually really enjoyed this stream. This actually was a really this was very fun to talk about energy vampires actually.
I agree. I agree. I feel like it can be so helpful to like recognize that like you're not crazy for feeling drained and feeling like sucked dry, and be like able to identify the things that are doing so to be able to then make better choices for yourself, whether that's staking, throwing holy water, or just taking some time to like be like, wow, this is my situation, what the hell. Yeah, awareness is amazing. So
yes, knowledge all is a good place to start.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then not being victims and then deciding to do better or choosing some way of getting out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, for everybody in the stream too, we will also potentially be testing out Streamlabs as well. Right now we use StreamYard. I was looking at it today actually, and it's actually pretty cheap. So we might be looking to do that. Yeah, actually.
You switching.
Yeah, so we might be switching. That way we can do a little more fun little like polls and little activities and stuff like that too. But yeah, so I don't know. I think that's pretty much it, huh? Book in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I also want to take a quick minute to plug Jihong's book. It's amazing. Go check it out.
Unbreakable Spirit.
Get it. You said it's the usbooks.com or something?
That link, not anymore. No? That was just for the launch.
And it's on Amazon.
But it is on Amazon, Kindle as well. And then that chapter that I wrote in it is probably going to turn into an actual book on its own too. So
cool, can't wait. It's a great chapter. I like read it the minute the book came in and it was fantastic. So I highly recommend that you guys check it out. And also like how exciting and how like so exciting. Such a great moment for you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so exciting. So make sure you guys go check that out. Next week we'll be here on Monday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you're there. I hope you guys have an awesome Halloween. And
be safe.
Be safe. I realized that we didn't share any gratitude or intentions at the beginning of this live. So, Jihong, do you want to share some gratitude that you have for today? Anyone else too? Share in the chat.
I would say gratitude-wise, I'm grateful for I don't know how to say this. I'm grateful for a multi-pathed road to purpose. What I mean is that today I was talking with a mentor and I was like, I'm not sure which path I'm supposed to take, but like, how can I figure that out? And he was like, honestly, if you pick something and it's not the right path, you're gonna know right away. So just pick one that feels the best to you, that makes the most sense to you, and just go with it. And trust yourself. And I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So that was really cool. And so it just kind of took a lot of like weight off of my shoulders of like, well, what's the right path? And it's like, well, no matter what you choose, you're going to end up where you're supposed to be.
Absolutely. So
there's
true.
Just a different way to get to it. So all right, cool. So that's what I'm grateful for.
I love that. That's so great. I feel like that can also be like such like a I don't know, it feels really refreshing to hear that, because I think there's so much pressure on like picking the right path and doing the right thing and like all of these things, and it can lead to freeze and all these things, right? And it's just like, no, your path, it's gonna feel right. You're gonna know, you can pivot, you can go a different direction. Yeah, that was amazing. Thanks for that share. That
Thank you. What about you?
My gratitude today's been a hard day for me. Today was just like a deep black hole day for me, and I am just really grateful for doing the things that I do that recharge and refill me, and surrounding myself with amazing people that do that too when I feel shitty. So
well, Toga Eater is grateful for his girlfriend.
That's awesome. Love that.
Yeah,
it's heard loud and clear.
Also said that she's wonderful, so
yeah,
whoever she is,
whoever that lucky girl is.
I'm sure Vampire Queen Lee would say that they're grateful for their husband. Probably
I would absolutely agree with that.
I would think that that's what she would say, and so we'll just say that that's probably what she said.
Yeah, absolutely. I can feel the energy.
Yeah, I can feel it. Oh, can you feel it? Can you feel the energy?
I can feel the energy.
Feel it? Yeah, that's good. All right.
Man, I'm done. Cool. Just a reminder, also, you guys, that's so funny. We love you, Vampire Queen. See, Juhong, I told you the energy, it's there. It's there. Yes. I just want to remind you, everyone, that Juhong and I are both life coaches. And if you guys are interested in getting more support, more help, we'd love to help you guys. You guys can check out our websites, and we would love to hear from you guys if you guys need more support.
Yeah.
Cool. See y'all next time. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Have fun. See you later. Bye.